Alright, hello. My name is Dylan, and I'll be doing my presentation on whether or not the traditional styles of marketing are dying out or not. For my agenda today, I will be talking originally about the traditional marketing, what that encompasses, and how some marketers are seeing some drawbacks with this style. And then I'll be moving on to digital style marketing, which includes some of the benefits that this style brings compared to traditional styles. Followed by some of the stats on the costs and how much businesses are spending on marketing in both traditional and digital sense. And then I'll finish up with a conclusion based on some of my thoughts on this whole thing and whether or not I believe traditional style marketing is dying out. So traditional style of marketing is what we've seen for the last couple decades. It's radio, print advertising, TV, magazine. It's the benchmark of what advertising is now, and it's just what everybody needs to use in order to become a successful business, either personal or professional. So some of the drawbacks that a lot of people here are seeing for marketers in terms of what's lacking in terms for digital marketing. The big thing is there's no interaction between the business and the consumer. Besides the one-time seeing of that ad they see, or the few times they see it if it's a commercial ad. There's also the fact that this style of marketing is very costly. Trying to find a TV spot, a radio segment, or even just getting a full page spread in a newspaper or magazine is extremely costly. And some of the minor parts that some of these marketers are saying is that it's tough to measure feedback on these ads, as well as the return on investment. It's not a quick fix. You can base it on sales after the ad has been circulating for a week or two. There's no set in stone way to judge this. It's mostly how individuals view success after an ad has been published. Now moving on to digital marketing. This is a newer style of marketing that's been, for the last 5-10 years, that's becoming a lot more popular. That includes social media advertising, businesses creating their own website to interact with their consumers, the email marketing that businesses, when you sign up for businesses, they send that out every once in a while. There's the content marketing, which is maybe posting on Instagram or YouTube if you're in a business that can show people how your product's used or the best way to use it. There is also another one that is not mentioned here that includes influencer marketing. That again is if you use an online influencer, being through Twitter or Instagram, you pay that person to use your product or talk about the ways people can use their products. A lot of these influencers now have a very large following, so this can be a very strong way to enter a market or target a group of people that you would think is in your target market through a better way of using social media or direct marketing. And some of the ways that digital marketing can outmatch traditional is just the reach it has. As this graph says, in total there's just over 7.5 billion people in the world, and that 4.3 billion people have access to the internet. And then slightly lower than that, 3.4 are active social media users. So what this is saying is that if you focus more so on marketing through social media or online, the potential reach this business can have is so much greater than if you just bought a TV segment or a radio ad, because not everybody will be watching that certain channel at that certain time or listening to that specific radio station. Secondly, it's that it's just the speed in which you can reach people is a lot faster this way. And then alongside that, it's just this method through social media also allows quicker feedback from potential consumers, and also allows for more interaction between the business and the consumer. Where normally through traditional marketing, it would just be here's an advertisement for X product or X new business, and the person will see it on a billboard or in a newspaper or on TV. That's about it. They might go to visit that business at their earliest convenience, or they might just forget about it immediately. But if you can find ways to interact constantly and consistently with your consumer, you'll build that relationship and allow them to have your business and that product in the back of their mind a lot quicker than just a one-off advertisement through the traditional means. And through this, if you do this well enough, you'll find a way to build a strong relationship with that consumer, that they might tell their friends sooner about the product, or post on their social media accounts, or if they have a blog right there about the product, the quality, and how they used it themselves. So with this, that's another way to properly spread the message through social media. The next part, again, is digital media is a better way to determine a faster conversion rate, see if it's actually working or not. Simple ways to see followers on social media, determining how many people are interacting with the brand, conversion rates like click-through on ads online or emails. Determining sales is a lot quicker, especially if the business is solely sold through online streams. Instead of having to wait through like a monthly cycle, it's as soon as a customer buys a product, you'll be able to see that sale go through, as well as determining if there are returns, if they're happy about it. And with this digital stream, you can talk to the consumer immediately after or in a week, determine if they're happy with the product, if anything needs to be changed on future, if they would ever work with your business again. So then looking on some stats on the costs and how much people are buying and paying for either traditional or digital marketing. So the average cost per stream of marketing, if you're looking at a newspaper ad, the cost to reach 1,000 people is going to be about $32 per person. Magazine slightly cheaper at $20, radio at $8, cable at $7. As you can see, the traditional forms of marketing are significantly more expensive as the final three, which are the digital forms, being the Google ads, LinkedIn ads, and Facebook ads. Google's only $2.75, LinkedIn's only 75 cents, Facebook's only 25 cents. So depending on which type of customer you're looking for, if it's B2B or B2C, LinkedIn for B2B was only 75 cents per advertisement. So if your target consumer is only business people, that might be the better way to go compared to Facebook advertisements, where if you're looking towards more day-to-day people, younger demographic, or a much older demographic, where Facebook tends to be the more popular choice. And then Google Ads is a significant jump up between those two, but that's because Google is a much larger platform and that Google reaches everybody. So if depending on like keyword optimization and search engine optimization, if you can click on those hot points that your potential customers are searching for, you'll be able to send your advertisements to the top and your email to the top, website to the top, to reach those potential customers a lot faster. And then this is from 2015 to 2019 in the United States, showing how much people are spending on television advertisements compared to digital ads. 2015 shows where television ads are still a lot more popular in comparison to digital ads, spending about $68 billion in total during that year. 2016 shows the even out point where both digital and television advertisements are about equal in terms of how many businesses are spending on them. And then 2017 is the big turning point where digital advertisements become a lot more popular to appealing to businesses to reach their potential customers, as then in the next 3 years it still substantially grows. Not to undersell the power of television ads, it's still growing, but at a much smaller clip in comparison to their digital counterparts. And then from 2018, forecasting into 2023 for traditional solely versus digital, and that's including everything I've mentioned previously, all forms of advertisement. 2018 shows it's still close, but traditional, again, is still a lot more popular in total compared to digital. But in 2019, currently, digital advertisement finally overtook traditional sense in terms of how popular online and digital ads are, just mostly for their ability to talk directly to their final consumer. And then for forecasting from 2020 to 2023, it's estimated that this margin will still grow in terms of the difference between popularity between traditional and digital. And digital will steeply increase over the next 5 years, where it's estimated that traditional styles of marketing will slowly begin to decrease as businesses see the popularity and effectiveness on digital ads to reach their target consumer. So for conclusion, do I believe traditional marketing is dying? Not yet. There is obviously the slowdown coming on through the popularity of social media advertisements, online video advertisements, but there are, depending on which field you're in and who your target customer is, traditional marketing will always have a place in your style, in how you're going to market to your consumer. Not everybody's going to be on YouTube or on Instagram, so if your target consumer is not part of that demographic, digital marketing might not be the way to go, and sticking with a television advertisement still might be the way. Now, in the next 5-10 years, I could absolutely see traditional marketing slowly being phased out to solely digital, but that's solely based on if the digital era is going to continue to grow at the same pace it is, or if it's going to slow down and we're going to revert back to maybe 5 years ago where digital will still be popular, but finding a spot on television or in a newspaper or a magazine will still be the way to best reach the most amount of people in your target audience. So it's hard to say, but I do not believe traditional is dying yet. The slowdown's there, but it's not. It still has a chance to bounce back. Thank you.